This is TechCrunch. VC Masha Booker, the Jeffrey Epstein associate and Daily One founder, explains herself. This is a TechCrunch Daily Crunch special. Now, before we go any further, let's learn the latest in startup business news, all in about 1 minute with our friend producer Dennis.
Thanks, Imran. And after raising nearly $12 million, African defense tech Terra Industries announced that it's raised an additional $22 million in funding. Terra Industries launched in 2024 to design infrastructure and autonomous systems to help African nations monitor and respond to threats. Terrorism remains one of the biggest threats in Africa, but much of the security intelligence on which its nations rely on come from Russia, China, or the West. And NASA, an Indian AI infrastructure startup, has secured backing from U.S. private equity firm Blackstone amid India's push to build homegrown AI capabilities. Blackstone and co-investors have agreed to invest up to $600 million of primary equity in NASA, giving Blackstone a majority stake. Blackstone and NASA told TechCrunch the startup also plans to raise an additional $600 million in debt financing as it expands GPU capacity, a sharp increase from the $50 million it had raised previously. And that'll do it for me. Imran, back to you.
All right. Masha Booker, a Silicon Valley VC and founder of Day One Ventures, took to X this week to address news reports documenting her close business and personal relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Booker's name, primarily under her maiden name, Masha Drakova, appeared in the latest dump of Epstein files over 1,600 times. The San Francisco Standard reported this. He made me feel I could be safe from the regime, someone with power and connections who could shield me from threats she associated with her home country, Russia, which she said she feared after she obtained her U.S. green card, she wrote in the Post. I was naive. I didn't dig deep enough early on, she wrote about why she agreed to work with Epstein. I believed his story that his earlier conviction was about sleeping with a girl who lied about her age and trusted validations from multiple investors and scientists, she said. She also apologized to her founders, team, and investors, saying that this situation has caused pain she never intended. Now, the files paint a picture of how Booker, whose Silicon Valley career began in social media and public relations, agreed to become Epstein's publicist in 2017, helping rehabilitate his reputation after his 2008 sex trafficking conviction and setting up meetings between him and various journalists, as Forbes reported. The documents show that Epstein supported and encouraged her in the early days of Day One Ventures. The firm has since grown substantially. As Booker told TechCrunch, it closed its most recent fund, a $150 million third vehicle, in 2024, bringing its assets under management to $450 million. Some of the most salacious details from the emails involve Epstein giving her money and a Prada bag, and on one occasion, asking her for nude photos, though there's no indication whether she complied. According to SFGate, Booker is certainly a well-known VC in the Valley, having backed breakout companies like Superhuman, Remote, WorldCoin, and Truebill, which exited to rocket companies in 2021, as well as others like Valar Atomics. The whole episode is a particularly awkward one for a VC whose whole spiel to founders is that she's a PR expert who can help them with their public image. But it's not Booker's first run-in with controversy. When younger, Booker was known in Russia as a member of Nashi, a pro-Putin youth group. In fact, she was featured in a 2012 documentary called Putin's Kiss, named for the widely circulated moment in the country when she kissed Putin's cheek, as CNN reported. In her post on X, she said she has since given up her Russian passport, publicly denounced Putin, and met with some of Epstein's victims. Though a Russian investigative journalist also posted on X disputing her claims that Booker and her family were in jeopardy and that she gave up her passport. Now, she's certainly not the only VC whose name has been found in the Epstein files, which is not surprising, given how connected he was to some of the biggest names in tech. The documents don't indicate that Booker broke laws. However, she was engaged in friendly correspondence with Epstein until just 11 days before his arrest in July 2019, Forbes reported. Epstein died in jail roughly 1 month later. And that's your Daily Crunch. We'll be back here tomorrow, same tech time, same crunch channel, and until then, find us at TechCrunch.com.